Hello, YouTube, Little Derek Comics, and I'm back with another video today. Many of you are probably getting ready to start college. A lot of you have probably already applied. A lot of you probably already know where you're going to. You're probably looking. Some of you are probably still unsure. And college is an amazing experience. You will learn a lot of new things, you will see a lot of new people, and you will have a lot of new experiences. But I am here to tell you that you probably shouldn't go to college. All right, there are a few disclaimers. So, firstly, if you have the funds, if you have rich parents or parents that can afford for you to go to college, if you have scholarship, especially full ride, please go to college. If nothing else, it's a good experience, just a decent means of living somewhere for free, essentially, if you can. And also, if you are looking for a particular job, say you want to be a doctor or something like that, and it kind of requires you to have college experience, by all means, go to college. I'm not hating on college. I'm not saying college is bad or anything like that. If anything, it's the opposite. College is a very good experience, like I've said. But I feel like it's not for everybody. All right. So I'm going to get into why I feel that you shouldn't, go to college depending on who you are. And I'd like to start by giving my college experience. So I started college in 2019 and I decided to go in for art. And I know a lot of y'all are like, ooh, an art degree? Of course you tell us not to go to college. Well, yeah, whatever. But I wanted to get a bachelor's in something for one. And I knew that if I could get a bachelor's in nothing else, I knew I could get it in art, right? I'm good at art. It's something I'm passionate about. And I felt like I could go, all the whole 9 yards and get my degree with it. If I couldn't do it with that, I couldn't do it with anything. And it was a good decision because I was less likely to switch paths halfway. I was less likely to stay there for longer because I was really dead set on what I wanted to do. And I also wanted to animate. And so there was a couple of animation courses I took. They were really good. And yeah, I wanted to go to college just to get that experience. And also I was coming out of high school and I didn't really know what exactly I wanted to do yet. Even now, to an extent, I'm not 100% on what I want to do. I'm just kind of doing things that I like to do. But yeah, it gave me some time to think and evaluate my life. And overall, I think it was for the better, right? I don't regret going to college. I don't think it was a bad idea. If I could do it again, I do it again. I would probably try to get a few more scholarships. I'd probably try to maybe take my ACT again or something like that. But other than that, the actual experience was great. I met new people, I learned new things. Uh, my art got better overall. There was a lot that it taught me even outside of the curriculum, right? So, but with that being said, as much as I think that it was a good thing, I don't think a lot of people will see it that way because I had some scholarship going, and I ain't having like a full ride or anything, but I had some scholarships, and I did well in high school. So I was pretty sure, I was pretty confident going in that I could get my degree relatively easily. Now, there were some rough times, but for the most part, I had everything under control. But I think that's a good segue to talk about who shouldn't really go, right? If you didn't do well in high school, if you're maybe you're in high school right now, maybe you're you know, you've been out of school and you're trying to get into college. If you hadn't done well in high school, you probably won't do well in college. It just makes sense. College is a lot harder. There are certain things that are easier. You might not have to get up in the morning and be extra tired. You can kind of pick your own class schedule and all that, but it's still school. If you don't like school, there's no reason for you to pay to go to a school, especially when you don't have the fun. Like college is expensive. Like it's very expensive. You might be paying 5 to 6 figures depending on where you're going. So you might not necessarily need to go to that dream school or whatever. Or some people will try to go to these Ivy Leagues and these. big art schools or just schools outside of where they are. And it's good to branch out, but you have to think about your finances, right? Be realistic about this. Like I'm trying to give y'all this kind of harder pill to swallow because a lot of people don't think about this. They get kind of tunnel vision and they're like, "Oh, I need to go, I need to go." And I know a lot of you are probably on the fence and a lot of people are being pressured to go. I know it's like the end all be all, "Oh, you got to go to college. You got to go." Listen, man, I graduated. I have a bachelor's in fine arts. I can tell you right now, you do not need to go to college. And not only that, but a lot of people drop out within that first semester. Like, just if you think about percentages and averages, like most people will have to like take a break or leave. And that's even more money if you take a break. But it would just be such a waste of time and money if you went in, didn't finish, and then you're stuck with loans from a degree that you didn't even finish. So these are really some things to think about. And I know it sounds like I'm really heckling college, but it's like there's a lot of people that regret going to college and that they didn't fit. They could have done something else with their life. Now they have to work a job that they don't like to pay off their degree. I'm still paying off my student loans now, and I don't even have a crazy amount of debt. It's something I can pay off within a decent time frame. You know what I mean? It's not astronomically huge, right? But these are some things you have to think about, right? So keep that in mind. You can go to college. I would advise you to go to college, but if you don't have scholarship, if you don't know what you want to do, or if you're not that great with school, maybe don't go to college, right? Maybe think about it. I know a lot of people probably will hear this and be like, nah, and do it anyway. I'm not gonna lie, if I saw this video when I was younger, I probably would have disregarded it anyway. I think that would have been the best for me. At the end of the day, no one can really tell you what to do. This is your decision. I just wanted you guys to kind of hear a graduate's take on reasons you should or shouldn't go, right? So keep that in mind. Keep applying to colleges, see which one. I would advise that you go to whoever gives you the most money if you are going to go. And yeah, yeah. So yeah, keep that in mind, contemplate on it, and I hope your experience goes well, whether you decide to go to college or not. With that being said, let me know. Are you going to college? Are you in high school? Are you getting ready to go on a different venture? What are you going to do if not college? And if you're going to college, what college are you going to? What's going to be your major, your degree? What's your passion? What do you like to do? Let me know all that in the comments. And if you are going, I'll probably make some videos for tips for those who are going and maybe tips for those who aren't going that maybe want to pursue something else, maybe some advice, anything I can do to help you. Let me know if this video was helpful. And with that being said, I guess this video is over. So be great and peace out.